Hmm. Today I'm really feeling into how wonderful it is to be alive. So I'll talk about that while I take apart this metal puzzle toy. It says amor, amor, amor. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, just earlier I was doing some different errands for starting to film this video, including, I was just like, wow, get to drive around and exchange money I earned for different things and like, talk to people, express what I want. And like a specialization of like a store for food and a store for like random stuff and a store for print jobs, and it's all really nice. Like, don't you think it's nice sometimes? I will acknowledge here, like there are, like in the world, really oppressive laws, policies, beliefs, systems that are really quite harmful to different groups and demographics of people. It's not to ignore or downplay that impact that's also having right now globally. But like, just like the gift of experiencing being a human, hopefully for like many decades. There's something to it. Like it's kind of like pizza. I feel like even when life is bad, it's still kind of good. Like I was trying to file my taxes last week. And it was tough. There were like, I mapped out like 6 different components of that for me this year. And I had like an AI tool just like kind of cheer me along, like write out a checklist for it. And as I finished each part, it would like, check it off for me and say like, give like some encouragement and motivation to keep going. And then there's a huge catharsis after finishing the big final component of that. And yeah, like when there's struggle or like things I have resistance to, like feeling into some money stuff and doing a more rote task I don't really want to do, even then it's like, yeah, I get to struggle, or I get to like feel frustrated or some uncertainty around some things in my life. Like, how wonderful. I don't know if I'm making sense here. Yeah. Like, I was like walking a few days ago and I just like stopped and saw like this fence I always walk by, but on that day it was like particularly striking to me, and I took a picture of it just because it was so beautiful. I was like, wow, it's just a fence, but it's like a work of art. I was like, wow, there's so much detail. Like, my compliments to the artist. Like, reality is so beautiful, even in like the mundane of like a brown fence. Yeah, like even more of the heavy stuff. Like, an example that comes to mind from, I guess, fiction, like this South Park scene. I see it as like a comic online sometimes, or meme panel layout, where Butters is one of the characters in that show. He's sitting on a curb, but he's like smiling. It's raining, but he's like happy. Some other people are like, hey, what's up? And he's like, I love life. And they're like, but bro, you just got dumped. Why do you say that? Then Butters talks about like getting to feel this exquisite, like bittersweet sadness, and he calls it like a beautiful sadness. And I like to try and feel into that myself, even in like more intense or harsh moments in my life. I'm like, wow, I get to feel this intensity or this sadness or whatever it is. Like when I lived through my worst fear late last month, it really sucked. And at the same time, like later on, once I was past the most intense moments there, it felt really cathartic. Like I felt that charge in my heart and around what to do. And yeah, it's all really good. Yeah, like you can just go read a book or write a book or go outside or drive a car or make art or enjoy art or talk to people or kiss people or watch television or work on a puzzle and fail to make any progress with it. Like it's all it's all very interesting. And also like there are all kinds of different belief systems or religions or modalities you can subscribe to that also help you feel into like, oh, there's a purpose or a reason for me to be alive. Like it can be simple, like many religions encourage you to tithe or like give back to people who are needy, like whether volunteering your time or money or attention. Yeah, there's different like woo systems that seem to all be converging on like 2027 being some interesting time. And so if you believe you incarnated on purpose to be alive during 2027, then you get to look forward to whatever is going to happen there. And yeah, some other more secular systems of thought want you to like be most effectively altruistic as you can to like do the most good for the most people. And other systems want you to give like the maximum deep benefits you can in your lifetime. And there's all sorts of reasons to keep going through those lower moments in life, because here you are. You're still here and of sound body and mind, hopefully, and there's so much time for you to continue to persist through these lower moments. My hair is crazy today. Yeah, just try and put out a little more good into the world just through your existence, resources, your attention, your efforts. That's all available for you to do at any time. Like I talked on April Fool's Day about loving presence. Like that's free. That's always available. You can always make the move of making someone's day a little bit better by offering them your loving presence. Or if you're not resourced to give that to someone else, you can give it to yourself. Like just be with yourself. Journal about like, I'm feeling crappy today and here's why. Or send an angry voice note or don't send it. Like express these emotions that want to be acknowledged and are blocking you from feeling this like joy of being alive. Like there's all sorts of moves you can always do no matter what your present moment circumstances are. Let's try and get back to just feeling into how wonderful it is to be alive. Yeah. There's also, this was a lot for me to grow past in the past around comparison. Like, oh, how can I be happy and joyful if other person has stuff I don't have, or is something I want to be, or does something I want to do, but I'm not good at it, or I've never made the time to give it my all, or I'm scared of trying it, or whatever those stories are. What's the point there? Yeah, like sometimes understanding the nature of those stories that you have about yourself or your life or other people can take time to like grow past or shift or evolve into something that's more like self-loving and loving of other people and accepting of life as it is and not trying to make things be different or not trying to force outcomes or just like budge up against something that's like hard and inflexible. Those shifts don't happen instantly. And so it's okay to like not be there. And I know I'm not there with parts of my life right now. Not all the time. Yeah, so like I encourage like love and acceptance no matter what your inner or outer circumstances are, because that's just the truth. That is reality for yourself right now. And so if there's any hope of shifting that reality towards something happier, more joyous, probably my throat, more peaceful, then yeah, the first step there is to know what is true right now. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that feels complete. This has been day 23 of vlogging every day in April. Thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you tomorrow.